in the Germanic kingdoms that took over the lands of the former Western Roman Empire. It originally came from a series of personal bonds and fidelities within the Germanic tribes. The reason it took over was because after the collapse of the centralized Roman bureaucracy, the army, tax collectors, etc., it was the only way of organizing society possible for the primitive Germanic tribes. The remnants of Roman infrastructure like roads, and the fact that the territory was already unified and pacified by the empire, allowed the sizes of Germanic kingdoms to grow much larger than their previous chiefdoms, and that they would have been able to otherwise. Without the rise of some sort of feudal system of relations to support the government of newly formed kingdoms, the only alternative would have been a complete collapse of the kingdoms and a return to geographically small chiefdoms. Rises of new technologies like the stirrup and the perfection of the breeding of riding horses allowed invaders to travel for much further distances and increased their ability as warriors greatly, empowering nomadic peoples. Better boat technology also increased the ability of invaders like Vikings to arrive from long distances by sea. This environment of increased instability made it more difficult for governments to form or for stability to be maintained. At first, feudal relations governed kingdoms on the local and provincial levels, while the government and king had some sort of independent power base. The feudal relations would provide additional support. Any remnants of the independent central government would completely disappear, leaving the monarch completely dependent on feudal relations and subordinates to provide troops and govern. The Norman conquest of England led to the imposition of French feudalism on the territory from the top down, and the Frankish, East Frankish, German, Holy Roman conquest of the Thuringians, Saxons, Bohemians, Wends, and Sorbs expanded feudalism into northeastern Germany and the Czech Republic in a similar manner. The kingdom would be divided into duchies ruled by dukes. The duchies, in turn, would be divided by counties ruled by counts. The counties would then be divided by lordships ruled by viscounts, and below the viscounts would be the local lords who ruled over a single manor. And below them would be knights pledged to serve the local lord. A feudal kingdom is not a true state. It's a loose confederation of chiefdoms, themselves composed of a loose confederation of chiefdoms that are only loosely bound together. Over time, feudalism would provide the defense and stability necessary to reform true states in the increased instability environment of the Middle Ages. That was part 1 of my series of videos on feudalism. Like, subscribe, comment, go to my main channel page for more videos, and thank you for watching.